If you feel weak inside, this is the real reason. There comes a moment in a man's life when he admits something quietly. He is not tired because he worked too hard. He is not weak because life is unfair. He is not empty because the world took something from him. He feels weak inside because he lost control of himself. Not all at once. Slowly. Through small compromises. Through comfort. Through avoidance. Through habits that felt harmless. And when inner control disappears, strength collapses from the inside first. If you feel weak inside, this is the real reason. Not motivation. Not confidence. Not success. Control. Most men misunderstand weakness. They think weakness is lack of muscles, lack of money, lack of opportunity. Those things matter, but they are not the source. Real weakness is internal. It shows up as overthinking, emotional instability, lack of discipline, addiction to comfort, inability to stay focused, needing validation, running from discomfort. A man can look strong on the outside and still feel hollow inside. That hollow feeling is not depression. It is not failure. It is misalignment. Your mind, body, and actions are no longer working together. And when they separate, inner strength disappears. Before strength can return, the truth must be faced. Weakness is not what happened to you. Weakness is what you stopped doing. You stopped training your body. You stopped disciplining your mind. You stopped choosing discomfort. You stopped finishing what you start. And slowly, the inner structure collapsed. Number 1, you lost daily discipline. Inner strength is built daily. Lost daily as well. You don't wake up weak one morning. You wake up weak after hundreds of undisciplined days. Days where you chose comfort over effort. You delayed hard tasks. You avoided silence. You fed distraction. You negotiated with weakness. Discipline is the skeleton of inner strength. Without it, everything feels soft, unstable, insecure. If your days lack structure, your mind lacks authority. That is weakness. Number 2, you obey your emotions instead of commanding them. A weak man does not lack emotions. He lacks control over them. He moves when he feels like it. He stops when it gets uncomfortable. He speaks when anger rises. He quits when motivation drops. Emotions are not leaders. They are signals. When emotions command action, strength disappears. A disciplined man feels the same emotions. He just doesn't obey them. And that difference changes everything. Number 3, you escape discomfort instead of training with it. Discomfort is the gym of the mind. Cold mornings, hard training, lonely focus, boring repetition. These build inner strength. Comfort destroys it. Every time you escape discomfort, you train weakness. Every time you stay with discomfort, you train control. A man who avoids discomfort feels weak because his nervous system never learned endurance. Life feels overwhelming because his tolerance is low. That is not fate. That is training failure. Number 4, your mind is overstimulated and undertrained. Weakness often feels like confusion. Too many thoughts. Too much noise. No clarity. Endless scrolling. Constant talking. Never sitting still. The mind never rests. Never sharpens. Never becomes quiet. Silence builds inner strength. Noise drains it. A man who cannot sit alone with his thoughts feels weak because his mind has no center. Stillness creates center. Number 5, you stopped keeping promises to yourself. Nothing destroys inner strength faster than self-betrayal. You said you would train. You didn't. You said you would focus. You didn't. You said you would change. You delayed. Each broken promise weakens self-trust. And without self-trust, confidence collapses. Inner strength is built by doing what you said you would do, especially when you don't feel like it. No shortcuts. Number 6, you chase validation instead of self-respect. A man seeking validation feels weak because his power is external. Approval controls him. Criticism breaks him. Rejection confuses him. Self-respect is internal. Comes from discipline, from restraint, from consistency. When you depend on others to feel strong, you will always feel fragile. Inner strength comes from alignment, not applause. Number 7, you avoid responsibility. Responsibility is heavy, but it builds strength. Avoiding responsibility feels easier at first. Later, it feels empty. A man without responsibility feels weak because he has nothing grounding him. Weight builds muscle. Responsibility builds character. Inner strength grows when you carry weight instead of avoiding it. Number 8, you let your body decay. The body is not separate from the mind. A weak body creates a weak nervous system. A lazy body creates a lazy mind. Training is not about looks. It is about control. Training teaches obedience, endurance, pain tolerance, focus. A man who does not train feels weak inside because his body never learned discipline. Strength must be practiced physically. Number 9, you live reactively, not intentionally. Reaction is weakness. Reacting to emotions, opinions, problems, circumstances. Intentional action is strength. A disciplined man decides his actions in advance. He does not wait to feel ready. He does not wait for motivation. He acts because it is time. Reaction drains energy. Intention restores it. Number 10, you are divided inside. Weakness is internal conflict. Part of you wants growth. Part of you wants comfort. Part of you wants discipline. Part of you wants escape. This division creates exhaustion. Inner strength comes when thought, emotion, action move in one direction. That requires sacrifice. Comfort must lose. Number 11, you lost your tolerance for pain. Pain tolerance is strength tolerance. A man who cannot tolerate discomfort cannot tolerate life. Small stress breaks him. Small setbacks overwhelm him. Pain tolerance is trained. Cold. Training. Silence. Effort. Without pain exposure, inner strength cannot exist. Number 12, you live without structure. Structure removes chaos. Wake time. Training time. Work time. Silence time. A structured life creates calm. Chaos weakens the mind. Order strengthens it. If your days are random, your inner state will be unstable. Number 13, you talk too much and do too little. Talking releases pressure temporarily. Action builds strength permanently. Explaining, complaining, venting. These feel good, then nothing changes. Inner strength grows through action, not expression. Silence plus effort rebuilds power. Number 14, you avoid boredom. Boredom trains focus. Avoiding boredom trains distraction. A distracted mind feels weak because it cannot stay present. Focus must be trained. Stay with one task. Finish it. Then rest. That is strength. Number 15, you expect life to be easy. Expectation creates disappointment. A disciplined man expects resistance. A weak man expects comfort. When life meets expectation, strength appears. When life violates expectation, weakness collapses. Reality is demanding. Accept it. Now understand this clearly. Weakness is not who you are. It is what you trained. And training can be reversed. Inner strength returns when you wake up early, you train daily, you sit in silence, you finish tasks, you stop escaping discomfort, you stop negotiating with weakness. Slowly, quietly, daily. You don't need motivation. You need structure. You don't need confidence. You need consistency. You don't need inspiration. You need discipline. If you feel weak inside, this is the real reason. You stopped commanding yourself. And the moment you take command again, strength returns. Not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily, calm, grounded, unbreakable. That is the path back to power. And now comes the part most men avoid hearing. Because this is where responsibility becomes unavoidable. Weakness does not disappear by understanding it. It disappears by correcting behavior. Awareness without action only deepens frustration. If you feel weak inside, it means life is asking you to rebuild from the inside out. Quietly, patiently, without excuses. Number 16, you avoid silence because silence exposes weakness. Noise hides weakness. Silence reveals it. Music, videos, endless talking, constant stimulation. These keep you distracted from yourself. But when everything is quiet, the truth appears. Restlessness, anxiety, lack of control. Most men avoid silence because they don't like what they feel there. But that discomfort is not the enemy. It is the starting point. Silence is where strength begins to return. Sit still. Do nothing. Observe the urge to escape. That urge is weakness leaving the body. Number 17, you lack physical hardship in your life. Comforted bodies create fragile minds. When the body never struggles, the nervous system becomes weak. No cold, no fatigue, no controlled stress. Then even small pressure feels overwhelming. Hard physical effort recalibrates the mind. Teaches endurance, calm under stress, control under fatigue. A man who trains hard feels strong inside because his system remembers survival. Without hardship, weakness grows. Number 18, you live too much in thought, not in action. Thinking feels productive. It is not. Action builds strength. Thinking without action builds anxiety. Weakness often feels like overthinking. Plans without execution. Ideas without movement. Awareness without discipline. The mind was not designed to sit idle. It was designed to guide action. Move your body. Work with your hands. Complete tasks. Action grounds the mind. Number 19, you wait to feel ready. Readiness is a lie comfort tells you. No one feels ready to do hard things. Discipline acts without readiness. Weakness waits. Strength moves. Every time you act without feeling ready, inner strength grows. Because you prove to yourself that feeling does not control you. Number 20, you are addicted to relief. Relief feels good. It also weakens you. Food to escape emotion. Sleep to avoid effort. Entertainment to avoid boredom. Relief teaches the nervous system to run. Strength teaches it to stay. Replace relief with restraint. Not all the time. Daily. That is how control returns. Number 21. You don't carry enough weight. Life feels meaningless without weight. Weight can be responsibility, work, discipline, obligation. A man without weight feels empty. A man with weight feels grounded. Weakness grows in light lives. Pick something heavy. Carry it daily. Strength will follow. Number 22, you seek comfort instead of order. Comfort soothes. Order stabilizes. A disordered life feels weak because nothing is predictable. Wake time changes. Meals change. Sleep changes. Focus changes. Order creates calm. Calm creates strength. Structure your days. Not for motivation, for control. Number 23, you express too much, endure too little. Modern men express everything. They talk about feelings. They analyze emotions. They explain pain. Expression without endurance creates fragility. Strength grows through containment. Feel it. Don't broadcast it. Carry it. Endurance builds inner solidity. Number 24, you confuse kindness with weakness. Being kind does not mean being soft. True kindness requires boundaries. Boundaries require strength. Weak men please. Strong men choose. If you feel weak inside, check where you say yes out of fear. Strength returns when you say no calmly. Number 25, you have no daily standards. Standards create identity. No standards equals no structure. What time do you wake up? Do you train daily? Do you finish tasks? Do you stay silent under pressure? If the answer changes daily, strength cannot form. Consistency creates trust. Trust creates strength. Number 26, you mistake ease for progress. Ease feels productive. It is not. Progress is uncomfortable. If your life feels easy but you feel weak, that is not a coincidence. Strength is forged under pressure. Add pressure on purpose. Number 27, you expect confidence before discipline. Confidence is earned last. Discipline comes first. Weak men wait to feel confident. Strong men build discipline and confidence follows. Reverse the order. Number 28, you do not challenge yourself enough. No challenge equals no growth. Without challenge, the mind stagnates. Set standards that scare you slightly. Meet them daily. That fear is strength forming. Number 29, you avoid finishing hard things. Starting feels good. Finishing builds identity. Weakness lives in unfinished tasks. Finish what you start, even when it's boring, even when it's uncomfortable. That completion rebuilds inner authority. Number 30, you forgot how to suffer with dignity. Suffering is unavoidable. Dignity is optional. Weak men collapse loudly. Strong men endure quietly. Dignity restores strength. Now listen carefully. Inner weakness is not permanent. It is a signal that discipline has been neglected. Strength returns when you stop explaining, you stop escaping, you stop waiting, and you start doing. Wake up early. Train hard. Sit in silence. Carry responsibility. Finish tasks. Repeat. No motivation. No inspiration. No shortcuts. Just discipline. And one day, without noticing, you will realize something important. You no longer feel weak inside. You feel solid, stable, grounded, unshaken, because you took control again. That is the real reason. And this is where the rebuilding truly begins. Because strength does not return in a dramatic moment. It returns in quiet repetition. Weak men look for a breakthrough. Strong men build a routine. Number 31. You underestimate the power of boring discipline. Weakness grows in chaos. Strength grows in boredom. Doing the same hard things every day. Waking up early. Training without excitement. Working without praise. Boredom is not a problem. Boredom is proof you are doing real work. Men who chase excitement stay weak. Men who embrace boredom become solid. Life starts respecting you when you stop needing stimulation to move. Number 32. You confuse intensity with progress. Intensity feels powerful. It is unstable. True strength is quiet and consistent. One hard workout does not change you. One focused day does not rebuild you. Hundreds of ordinary disciplined days do. Weak men burn hot and quit. Strong men burn slow and last. Inner strength comes from sustainability. Number 33. You lack ritual in your life. Ritual builds identity. Same wake time. Same training window. Same silence period. Same work block. Ritual removes decision fatigue. When actions are automatic, the mind rests. A rested mind is a strong mind. Without ritual, weakness creeps in through indecision. Number 34. You avoid discomfort that has no reward. Most men will suffer if there is reward. Money, praise, recognition. But real strength is built in suffering with no reward. Cold showers, silent walks, training alone, early mornings. These acts train internal authority. You learn to endure without needing payoff. That is real power. Number 35. You do not protect your energy. Weakness grows when energy leaks everywhere. Arguments, drama, over-explaining, low-value conversations. Strong men are selective. They speak less. They react less. They conserve energy. That stored energy becomes stability. Stability becomes strength. Number 36. You let small failures shake you. Weakness magnifies failure. One missed day becomes quitting. One mistake becomes self-doubt. A disciplined man expects imperfection. He corrects quickly, returns to routine, moves forward. Failure is feedback, not identity. Life overpowers men who personalize mistakes. Life sharpens men who adjust. Number 37. You do not train restraint. Restraint is strength. Not saying everything you think. Not reacting to every trigger. Not chasing every desire. A man who lacks restraint feels weak because he is always leaking power. Restraint gathers power. Number 38. You live too fast. Speed without control creates collapse. Rushing decisions. Rushing growth. Rushing healing. Strength grows slowly. Slow mornings. Slow breathing. Slow decisions. Slowness restores control. A controlled pace creates confidence. Number 39. You seek comfort after stress instead of recovery. Comfort numbs. Recovery restores. Comfort distracts. Recovery strengthens. Weak men recover with distraction. Strong men recover with sleep, silence, and structure. How you recover determines how strong you become. Number 40, you don't accept that strength requires sacrifice. Something must be given up. Late nights, comfort food, easy habits, old routines. Weak men want strength without sacrifice. Strong men accept the cost. Once you accept the cost, resistance disappears. Now understand this clearly. Inner strength is not confidence. It is self-command. The ability to tell yourself what to do and obey. You feel weak inside because authority left your inner world. Too much negotiation, too much excuse, too much comfort. Strength returns when authority returns. This is how it happens. You wake up when the alarm rings. You train even when tired. You stay silent when emotions rise. You finish what you start. You repeat tomorrow. No speeches, no hype, just discipline. One day without realizing when you stop feeling weak. Your posture changes. Your voice steadies. Your reactions slow. Life feels manageable again. Because weakness was never your nature. It was neglect. And strength was never missing. It was waiting for you to take command again. That is the truth. And now you know the real reason. And now comes the final correction. Because weakness does not disappear just by adding effort. It disappears when identity changes. At some point, you must stop saying, I am trying to be strong, and start living as the man who does not negotiate with weakness. Number 41, you still see discipline as something external. Weak men treat discipline like a tool they pick up sometimes. Strong men treat discipline as who they are. They don't ask, should I train today? Should I stay focused? Should I control myself? They already decided. When discipline is identity, weakness has no place to argue. If you still feel weak inside, it's because discipline is optional in your life. Optional strength does not exist. Number 42, you still allow exceptions. Exceptions destroy inner authority. Just today. Just this once. I'll make it up later. Weakness lives in exceptions. Strong men live by standards, not moods. Standards do not care how you feel. Standards do not bend for emotion. Standards create stability. Remove exceptions and strength returns fast. Number 43, you are too forgiving of your lower self. Compassion without discipline becomes indulgence. You understand your excuses too well. You justify your weakness. You explain your behavior. Understanding is not the same as acceptance. A strong man acknowledges weakness, then corrects it. No drama, no self-hatred, no indulgence. Correction builds strength. Number 44, you still wait for conditions to be right. Conditions are never right. Energy will not be perfect. Motivation will not be high. Life will not slow down. Weak men wait. Strong men move. Inner strength belongs to men who act in imperfect conditions. That is reality. Number 45, you don't impose discipline when no one is watching. Public discipline builds image. Private discipline builds power. What you do alone defines your inner strength. When no one sees, when no one knows, when there is no reward. If discipline disappears in private, weakness grows. Strength is built in secrecy. Number 46, you still fear discomfort more than regret. Discomfort is temporary. Regret is permanent. Weak men choose comfort now. Strong men choose pain now. Inner strength grows the moment regret becomes more painful than discomfort. Make that switch. Number 47, you still measure yourself emotionally. I feel stronger. I feel weak. I feel confident. Feelings lie. Measure behavior. Did you wake up on time? Did you train? Did you stay focused? Did you finish tasks? Did you stay composed? Behavior tells the truth. Strength lives in action, not emotion. Number 48, you don't repeat discipline long enough. Strength requires time under tension. Not days, not weeks, months. Weak men quit early and call it failure. Strong men stay long enough for identity to change. Stay longer. Number 49, you still think strength should feel good. Real strength often feels boring, quiet, heavy. No applause, no excitement. That is how you know it's real. Weak men chase feeling good. Strong men chase being solid. Number 50, you forgot that weakness returns when discipline leaves. This is the final truth. Strength is rented, not owned. And rent is paid daily. Stop paying and weakness returns. No exceptions. Now listen carefully. You don't need a new mindset. You don't need a new philosophy. You don't need inspiration. You need self-command. Inner strength returns when you stop negotiating. You stop explaining. You stop waiting. You stop escaping. And you start enforcing. Wake up. Train. Work. Stay silent. Finish. Repeat. This is not punishment. This is alignment. And alignment creates strength. One day, without noise or celebration, you will notice something different. You are no longer easily shaken. You no longer collapse internally. You no longer feel weak inside. You feel stable, grounded, controlled, capable, because you took authority back. That is the real reason. And that is the real solution.